Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sharon, and I'm here to review Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9, Episode 6. So if you would like to hear it, stay tuned. The episode opens with Cynthia visiting Kenya. Kenya's house is the bomb. This girl had somebody fix it up, or she has impeccable style because it's really nice. They start chit-chatting about the bomb threat at Phaedra's job. The story is that the man came there with some kind of bomb and he threatened Phaedra. They didn't even get a chance to finish discussing that, and Kenya brought up Matt's party. And she said, "Hey, I got some cake for you." She pulls out this cake that she spent a lot of money on, and she offers Cynthia some. And this is a beautiful cake. This has the belt, the Gucci belts, the Gucci cake. And they're sitting there drinking wine and talking. Cynthia realizes, hey, what are we doing with this cake? Shouldn't it have been eaten up at the party? And that's when Kenya decides to tell her that Matt didn't even show up for the party. She sliced this cake finally because it never got sliced at the ATV event because he wasn't there. I guess she was planning on keeping it, to savor with him, but she hadn't seen him. He never showed up to his own party, and she hadn't seen him since then. She starts to tell Cynthia about how Matt got upset about this picture she posted on Throwback Thursday or Flashback Friday of her and Jay-Z in a car on a video set. And it was so long ago, it was way before Matt's time, and she couldn't understand why he would get upset about it. So Cynthia says, Matt's going to have to learn how. Cynthia's offering advice. Now, she's getting ready to get divorced, and she's offering relationship advice to Kenya. Says he's going to have to understand that you're a strong woman, and he has to learn how to deal with a strong woman, or he's gonna have, or you all may have to make the decision of not seeing each other anymore. Even though Cynthia is right, they both have to learn how to deal with each other. I think also Kenya needs to learn how to talk to Matt. Matt's young. He's not going to take her belittling him or being abrasive as she does the girls. Remember the wig thing, the Momma Joyce wig thing? That's going to come back up later. So, Kenya, you have to soften your blow with your man. Sometimes you have to, not be so bossy or so direct and demanding with anybody. So, Cynthia said, yeah, we strong women. We have to learn how to deal with these men and be strong, keep our strongness, or learn how to be alone. And Cynthia's right. That's just what you have to do. He talked about it on the Wendy Williams show. He said he knew they had troubles, but he didn't know that divorce was coming, But I mean, Peter can say that, but when you're living in a different town than your wife, you're sleeping in a different bed every night, and she's sleeping alone. I don't think Cynthia got married to sleep alone. Some people, women have to do that because their men go off to war. Peter wasn't at war. Peter was right across town or across the state line, and he could have come home and tended to his family. But this is what he told Wendy, that he was off on business and that he didn't know that divorce was up. So Kenya wants to make it work with Matt. Kenya's saying that, I really love Matt. And I believe that she does have feelings for Matt. And I believe that poor Matt, I think he's been smitten by Kenya too. Momma Joyce goes to see an attorney, a famous Atlanta attorney. I don't remember his name, but Solomon something. And she's discussing a friend's, can a friend divorce her husband if he's got more than 6 years in jail? Speaking of Phaedra and Apollo. I don't know why this is Momma Joyce's business, but she, when you go talk to an attorney, you have to pay them for their time. And you're going to spend money to go out here and get in this girl's business like this. That's messy. The lawyer says, yes, it depends on the circumstances, but she should be, whoever your friend is, she should be able to get a divorce. It depends on the judge and the circumstances between the two people, but it might be possible that she can have a divorce between 30 and 45 days. So Momma Joyce is so happy about this information, she almost left there kicking up her heels. And I still don't understand, why is this so important to you, Momma Joyce? But I'm kind of coming around to a theory about it. So Kenya's driving somewhere, and she's constantly calling Matt from the car, but Matt's ignoring her calls, and she doesn't like that, and this girl is taken. That young man then put it on her, and I think Kenya's tired of being alone. This was a relationship that she really wanted, and he wants, but they just don't know how to bring it together. Candy and the old lady gang, they want to know what was going on with Phaedra. And Candy's like, I don't really know. There's rumors about this bomb threat, but I really don't know. I haven't heard from Phaedra. And they started talking about the guy who's supposed to have made the bomb threat. He, everybody added their own little piece to it. But one of Candy's aunts said, Phaedra has this trademark. She likes men in prison because this guy is supposed to have been someone that Phaedra knew for over 20 years. And he had did some time and came back, and she was helping him get, reacclimated, keep work going. She had been his friend. So they couldn't understand why this man wanted to blow Phaedra up. Candy goes to the restaurant, and Todd is there. Now, something happened with the contractor. You know how contractors are. My brother built a house from the ground up, and it was HELL. Okay? Those contractors take on a lot of jobs, and sometimes they're not able to keep your schedule up. But I guess Todd saw that, and he said, I don't know poot about contracting, but I'm going to have to keep these schedules up because we need to open in less than 45 days. He's reassuring Candy, we're going to have this place finished in 30 days. That's my goal. And we got 45, so we'll have a few days to spare. So Candy starts to say, well, the girls are really asking me about the restaurant, and I want to do something to show them that we're still on, going to open, but let's give them a tasting. I would like to have a tasting and invite all the girls. And I'm thinking to myself, Candy, you're on overruns and you just lost a contract. Do you want to put more stress on yourself of having this tasting? But I guess since she's already hired this chef, it's a way of testing out the chef also. So she's going to have this tasting. She's inviting all the girls. Fast forward to the tasting. The girls are arriving. Candy's looking fabulous. She's having fun, and everyone seems to be happy to be there. The girls start arriving. They're all seated and, greeting each other, and Phaedra gets there. Momma Joyce pulls Phaedra to the side like she's really concerned for her, and she wants to speak to her. So somebody at the table tells Candy, Phaedra just got here and your mom pulled her to the side. And Candy knows from the conversation earlier, Momma Joyce is getting ready to start a mess. And she wants everybody to have a good time at this tasting. So Candy, I like this in her this time because she usually doesn't know how to reel her mom in. She's very respectful to her mom, cool. But sometimes your mom can be messy. And she did the right thing. She went and said, come on, Mom, no, it's not time for talk. And Momma Joyce had Phaedra by the hand. She's starting to get really, real messy. So she had Phaedra by the hand, and Candy pulled them apart and said, come on, we're all going to eat. So they all went back to the table. It's like, okay. So during the conversation, Mama Joyce found a way to slip it on in there anyway. So Phaedra knew something was up. This girl's not stupid. And she said, I don't know what Mama Joyce was getting ready to say, but I knew it wasn't good. So Sheree brings up to Candy about Block. Now Candy at her party, she wants to enjoy her party. She knew what Sheree was doing, but she said, nothing past that. He wants to see her, and we have to figure out a way to make it work. She wasn't getting ready to go into all that there, but Sheree, you starting to be a little shady. Don't get mad when other folks get shady with you. But Sheree also asked Porsche, when you were with him, did he talk about Riley? Everybody said, what? What? Sheree was trying to make it look like that Porsche was this pass around girl because she's been with all these guys. And she said, no, this was way before, Candy knows about it. I already talked with her about it, that we saw each other for a short time. And nothing, transpired between it. We talked for a while and then we didn't. And so that kind of like killed Sheree's wanting to shade her. But then all of them, Kenya, Phaedra, everybody looked up. Oh, Porsche been with Block. Has Porsche been with Block also? Okay. I say Porsche handled that very well because usually she'll get up and slap the shit out of somebody if they, try to shade her or talk over her or, like Kenya does. She handled it very well. She just said, we dealt for a while. Kenya and I have already discussed it, and that was it. Cynthia was back in the lawyer's office again. How long will it be before she can be free and get out there and do whatever it is that she wants to do? He said, since you guys, don't have any children, you don't want to have any shared assets, he takes what he has, you take what you have, what you came with, and it could be over with in 30 to 45 days. So even though Cynthia's happy about it, she's also sad about it. Cynthia, like I said in the last video, she's still in love with Peter, and Peter could have Cynthia back, but Cynthia's realizing that Peter doesn't want her back. And so she doesn't want to stay sad. She's moving on. She has made that decision, and I think she's going to stick to it, even though it's breaking her heart. This girl loved that Jamaican man. He must have put some of that Jamaican stuff on her because Cynthia is still very much in love with that Peter. Cynthia is calling, this is the next day. Cynthia is calling Kenya just to see how she's doing and tell her that she's leaving town. And she finds Kenya crying. And Kenya explains to her that Matt was over the night before and they got into it and he kicked in the glass on her garage door. And she doesn't understand why he's acting so immature. She just wants to be in a relationship with him, a peaceful relationship. She finally found someone that she really loves. Her and Cynthia had talked before. And that she really wants to be with Matt, but she doesn't want to deal with this immaturity that she's witnessing with him now. But she don't see her part in it. Cynthia said, well, I hope you guys work it out because I can see this is really bothering you. And she told her, I'll talk to you when I get back from my trip. And they ended the conversation. But Kenya was so sad, she went off camera and she starts talking about how much she loves Matt and she really wants to be with him, but she just does not want to deal with this immaturity. She feels like he's a good person and she just wants to talk to him and she wants him to come back to Atlanta so they can talk. As soon as he gets there, they get in an argument. He fools around and kicks in a broken glass on her garage. They show Kenya trying to talk to him and asking him, why would you kick in my my garage window, and he apologized, and he said, "I'm sorry." That's clear that Kenya is verbally abusive to him. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.